In the realm of animated villains, few characters leave as lasting of an impact as Bill Cipher. You know, the triangular nightmare from Gravity Falls. If you've seen the show, you already know he's not your average villain. He's not here to steal the spotlight, he is the spotlight. He's chaos with a bow tie, and somehow that makes him one of the most iconic villains in cartoon history. But what makes him so special? What sets him apart from the countless other animated villains we've seen over the years? For those of you who haven't seen the show, the story follows the twins Dipper and Mabel Pines as they spend the summer with their great uncle Stan in the small town of Gravity Falls, Oregon. Shortly after arriving, the twins find a mysterious journal in the forest, full of cryptic notes about the town's secret supernatural side. They quickly realize that Gravity Falls is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Strange occurrences, bizarre creatures, and inexplicable phenomena are all things they'll quickly grow accustomed to as their summer unfolds. And Bill Cipher? Well, he's the ultimate antagonist, but not in the way that you'd expect. He doesn't show up in every episode, but when he does, you know things are about to go off the rails. We meet Bill Cipher for the first time in the episode Dreamscapers. Gideon Gleeful, the pint-sized con artist and self-proclaimed rival of the Pines family, summons Bill in a desperate attempt to gain the combination to stand safe. Bill introduces himself with a flashy display, floating midair, speaking in riddles, and showing an erratic, almost playful demeanor.
Oh, Gravity Falls, it is good to be back!
But make no mistake, beneath his quirky exterior lies a being of immense power. Bill quickly establishes himself as a cosmic entity who exists beyond the rules of reality. He makes a deal with Gideon and agrees to invade Stan's mind and find the combination to the safe. From this interaction, we immediately see that Bill thrives on manipulation and control, wrapping his sinister intentions in a veil of charm and humor. His chaotic nature suggests he's as dangerous to his allies as he is to his enemies, and his willingness to help Gideon isn't out of generosity. It's because it serves his own mysterious agenda. It's clear that Bill views people as pawns in a much larger game, one only he understands. Dipper, Mabel, and Seuss overhear Gideon's plan and follow Bill in their uncle's mind to stop him. Inside, they encounter a series of bizarre and fragmented dreamscapes that reflect Stan's personality and past experiences.
Huh. Figured there'd be a lot more hot old ladies.
They come face to face with Bill Cipher, who plays with them like puppets, quickly gaining the upper hand and overpowering our heroes with ease. But after finding out that they can make anything happen in the mindscape, our main characters fight back, and Bill eventually concedes, leaving with an eerie parting remark that he might find them useful someday, and that he'll be watching them from afar.
Until then, I'll be watching you! I'll be watching you!
This episode marks the beginning of Bill's pivotal role in the series, as his unpredictable nature adds a new layer of danger to the already mysterious world of Gravity Falls. In my opinion, Bill Cipher stands out as one of the most memorable cartoon villains, and a big part of that is his unforgettable design. At first glance, he might seem simple. After all, he's just a floating triangle with a single eye, a top hat, and a bow tie. But there's something about him that just stands out. Even though he has no mouth, Bill still manages to convey a wide range of emotions through his movements, posture, and voice. The lack of a mouth could have made him feel flat, but instead it adds to his unsettling nature. His expressions are all in these subtle shifts of his form, his eye widening when it's curious, narrowing when he's scheming, and even growing massive and intense when he's angry. But Bill's design is more than just striking, it's loaded with meaning. The triangular shape and a single eye are an unmistakable nod to the Eye of Providence, commonly associated with the Illuminati. This symbol, often linked to conspiracy theories and secret societies, represents knowledge, power, and surveillance, all themes that resonate with Bill's character. Like the Illuminati's alleged control over hidden systems, Bill thrives in the shadows, manipulating events behind the scenes to further his goals. His all-seeing eye emphasizes his prominence, a constant reminder to the characters and the audience that he's always watching. By tapping into this powerful emblem, Bill's design becomes more than just visually memorable. It gains a deeper, almost mythic quality. It taps into our cultural associations with mystery and control, amplifying his aura of danger and intrigue. His voice, performed by the show's creator Alex Hirsch, only enhances this. It's playful yet menacing, effortlessly switching between charming and terrifying.
You deserve a prize. Here, have a head that's always screaming.
That voice, paired with his unique design and symbolic undertones, makes Bill one of those characters you just can't forget. Now, unlike other villains, Bill doesn't have a sad backstory that justifies his actions. He's not misunderstood, he's just evil for the sake of being evil. In fact, we know that Bill burned down his entire dimension, killing off everyone he knew, including his friends and family. He did this because he believed that the second dimension was too flat, too boring. He's been trapped in the mind realm ever since, but escaping into the third dimension has always been his goal. Despite being confined, he could still invade people's minds and manipulate them to do his bidding. This is exactly what he did to Stanford Pines, Stan's brilliant twin brother and the real author of the journals. Decades before the events of the show, Bill used his cunning and charm to deceive Ford, posing as a helpful entity with answers to life's biggest mysteries. Ford, blinded by his thirst for knowledge, fell for Bill's trickery and unknowingly built a portal capable of tearing open the barriers between dimensions. This portal wasn't just a way for Bill to escape, it was an open invitation for him and his demonic allies to wreak havoc on the third dimension. But once he uncovered Bill's true intentions, Ford shut down the portal before Bill could use it, sealing off the only escape route. Knowing that he would stop at nothing to return, Ford hid his journals in the hopes of keeping them out of the wrong hands. But Bill isn't just terrifying because of his power or his plans. His personality is just as unsettling.
You two wait here! I've got some children I need to make into corpses!
He isn't just some two-dimensional bad guy, pun intended. He's charismatic, witty, and unapologetically chaotic. He doesn't see the world, or the multiverse for that matter, in terms of good or evil. To him, it's all just a playground where he can bend reality and have a good laugh while doing it. He's the kind of villain who can make you laugh with a joke one moment and then leave you genuinely unsettled the next. His humor is sharp and bizarre, filled with cryptic remarks that feel random but have a disturbing edge to them. He's unpredictable, and that's what keeps you on your toes. Whether he's cracking a joke or delivering a chilling threat, you're never quite sure what he's gonna do next, and neither are the characters. It's impossible not to enjoy the sheer energy he brings to every scene he's in. Bill's chaotic actions, though, aren't just reckless. They are meticulously planned, driven by a sharp intelligence and an uncanny ability to stay steps ahead of everyone else. He's calculated, always scheming, and knows exactly how to use his personality as a weapon. Which brings me to the next point. Bill Cipher isn't just a physical threat, he's a psychological one too. Bill exploits the weaknesses of the people around him, twisting their desires and fears to suit his needs. When he strikes deals, it's never straightforward. There's always a catch, a loophole that leaves the other person worse off than before. This manipulative nature makes him a constant threat, even when he's not on screen. He's always lurking in the background, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Take the episode Sock Opera, for example. Bill Cipher cleverly manipulates Dipper by offering him the password to the computer in exchange for one of Mabel's puppets. Although Dipper is initially reluctant to make such a sacrifice, Bill exploits Dipper's growing frustration with his sister. He convinces him that he always puts Mabel's needs ahead of his own, while she never returns the favor. This emotional manipulation leads Dipper to agree to the deal, only for Bill to choose Dipper as his puppet and take control of his body, leaving our paranoid twin flailing as a disembodied spirit.
So what puppet are you gonna pick anyway?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny.
What?
And then there's the episode Dipper and Mabel versus the Future, where Bill targets Mabel at her most vulnerable. Disguised as the time traveler Blandon Blandon, he offers her the tempting opportunity to stop time and keep summer from ending. He preys on her fear of growing up and her longing for the endless, carefree days of summer. Bill doesn't just deceive people, he plays on their deepest emotions, twisting their hopes and fears to serve his own agenda. Interestingly, Bill's methods of sealing deals by shaking hands is a clever nod to classic fairy tales and folklore, where deals in such a manner often have dire consequences. This handshake ritual symbolizes a pact with the supernatural, one that Bill has mastered to such an extent that it becomes a signature of his influence. It's through these diabolical bargains that he can manipulate the characters of Gravity Falls and leave them facing dangerous situations, proving that Bill Cipher's true strength lies in his mind games. After tricking Mabel into giving him the interdimensional rift, Bill is finally able to enter the third dimension. He wastes no time creating a portal and unleashing some interesting creatures, to say the least.
Hey, you! Hey, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about going inside my mouth. I think you want to get in here.
What follows is pure mayhem, a surreal apocalyptic event he proudly dubs Weirdmageddon. After taking over the town, Bill traps Mabel in a giant bubble, but it wasn't just some ordinary cage, it was her dream world, tailor-made to keep her happy and, more importantly, oblivious. Inside, everything was perfect. Endless summer, sparkles, and all the fantasy she could ask for. But there was one rule. Reality couldn't be mentioned. No outside world, no responsibilities, no truth. Bill knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't just keeping Mabel distracted, he was weaponizing her desires, turning her ideal escape into her prison. It's a masterclass in manipulation, showing just how far Bill would go to control the people around him. Not through brute force, but by making them choose their own confinement. Weirdmageddon is where we see Bill at his most powerful and his most unhinged. But as powerful as he is, he can't spread his weirdness beyond Gravity Falls due to the town's natural law of weirdness magnetism. To truly break free and spread his chaos across the rest of the world, Bill needs to access the mind of Stanford Pines. After a heartfelt moment between Dipper and Mabel, where Mabel realizes she can face the future with her brother by her side, the duo returns to the Mystery Shack. There, they regroup with a host of familiar faces, including Grunkle Stan, McGucket, and many more. Together, they hatch a daring plan to take on Bill's floating fortress, a massive pyramid suspended ominously in the sky. The team transforms the Mystery Shack into an epic giant robot ready to take on Bill's monstrous minions, while the core group embarks on a high-stakes mission to infiltrate the fortress. The key to stopping him lies in Ford's knowledge of an ancient prophecy, a ritual that requires all the main characters to join hands in a mystical circle to trap Bill once and for all. However, just as they're about to complete the ritual, Stan and Ford's long-standing sibling rivalry causes them to break the circle, giving Bill the upper hand. Seizing the opportunity, Bill captures Ford and prepares to use Dipper and Mabel to pressure him into letting him enter his mind. Bill Cipher is ultimately defeated in a dramatic and self-sacrificial move. Stan, disguised as his twin brother Ford, tricks Bill into entering his mind. Once trapped inside Stan's mind, Ford uses a memory gun to erase Stan's memories, wiping Bill out of existence in the process. This devastating choice erases Stan's entire identity, including all of his precious memories of his family and loved ones. In his last moments, as he scrambles to escape, we see the true terror of a being who always thought he was untouchable. It's a satisfying end for a villain who thrived on exploiting others' weaknesses. This puts an end to one of cartoon's greatest villains. Or does it? While this is the last time we see Bill during the main events of Gravity Falls, the show leaves us with more than a few hints that he might not be gone for good. So, while we say goodbye to one of the most memorable villains in cartoon history, remember, the weirdness never truly disappears. It just hides, waiting for the right moment to reemerge. Maybe Bill Cipher isn't finished with us yet, or maybe he's been watching all along. Who knows? The mystery of Gravity Falls are far from solved.